This week, I want to finish up what I have been working on for the past 3 weeks, minus the last week. Hopefully, I will remember. I did a bit of a refresher before coming in. I might forget a few things about the bot we were building, but to remind everybody, it was a self-learning bot. So I did a few tests before, and the success flow was working. So if we identify a previous question as the correct answer, uh, and then we re-ask that same question, the bot learns from it and answers it correctly. I can show you, but just quickly to explain the state of the bot, the problem is the reverse. So when what hasn't been done yet is when the bot answers incorrectly, we provide feedback. We don't adapt the answer yet. So that's what we'll be doing today. But just to be showing everybody that it's working for the working flow, um, I'm going to open this table here, which is where we're storing the answers. Uh, and I previously had this what is Botpress question. So I'm going to quickly just manually change this to a short answer. So originally the problem was with this answer, it was too long. So I'm just going to mark it as good. Oops, double click. True. I'm going to restart conversation and say, what is Botpress? Like this. By the way, I am curious, has anybody had a chance to try HITL yet? Or Zendesk? I don't know if this audience is overlapping with the audience that does this. Um, but I would be interested in seeing what feedback people have in the chat, if you have any. Okay, so we see here it's answering, is this verbatim the same thing? Verbatim, I should say. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, seems like it's exactly the same thing. Okay, and I could say bad, and then it would like, it would add another row. It's too short. Okay, so now I'm like screwing with my database, which is always fun to do. Um, Okay, but that's it. That's the success flow. So basically, when it remembers that it answered correctly, it doesn't need to query your database or your search engine or whatever you're using to do that. I'm going to delete this for the moment. And we're going to work on the reverse. Um, Maybe I should not have done that, but let me try again. What is Botpress? I think I should have kept that actually. And I'm going to say that the answer is too long, because it is. This is a bad answer, way too long. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now if I refresh here, I should see that. Okay, and I do. Perfect. Now, I'm going to give you a quick refresher also of how the bot is structured. So I'm in my main flow right now, and I have this find answer flow. That's what happens at the beginning. So it looks in the DB or it looks in the past conversations. Do we have an answer to the question? Then we check if there is a response. We display the response and we ask the user if it was good or bad. And then generally speaking here, we're just handling if they said bad, ask them why, and then saving that. If it was good, we just stop it. We leave it there. And then the other flow here is if the knowledge base did not respond, we just have some kind of default like try to answer as best as you can message. We might want to change this as well. I noticed there was a problem as if I ask a question that's too targeted and it doesn't respond, then they might attempt to hallucinate something. So I probably should indicate it that it knows nothing about Botpress. Actually, why don't we do that to start with? It's going to be a little bit faster. So my very pointy question was here. So here we have like summary inside the event debugger. So what is written below? And this is a silly question, but I purposefully asked this because I know it's never going to know the answer. I mean, if it did, I would be very surprised. What is written below summary in the event debugger, right? So I can guarantee you we did not document this. Right? If you look at Botpress docs, you won't find this. So when I ask this question, it's going to give me something of an answer. And earlier, it just answered with the. Let's see if it does that again. The. Okay. I don't know why it's answering with the, but it's not asking me if this is right or wrong. So this is a little bit of a problem. So I just want to improve my fallback before I forget. Let me move this. Come up with the next message. Okay. Important. Star, 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 star. You know absolutely. Whoops. Cancel. Absolutely nothing about Botpress. Since it was released again. Okay, let's do that. All right, let's try it again. So we're not saving this, so in theory, if I just try it again, nothing should happen. So let me ask this question. When I said nothing should happen, I mean nothing should happen here, therefore we expect the same output. Let's see. Okay, it still says the. Let's see why it does. I'm going to click this. Yeah, okay. So if you look at the yellow here, it did go to the right place. It did go to bot answers. So I'm looking for the last AI task in the event debugger. And let's see, the task input was what is written below summary in the event debugger. And then it's hallucinating the. We should probably tell it what to say. If you, okay, I'm not going to use caps here. If you are asked any product question, simply say, you don't know. Okay. The thing is, if a user were to ask a product question that it doesn't know, it's unlikely that the user would tell the answer to the bot so that it would learn. So I don't think we need to handle that case and like put it in here. It might be wrong, but like I think this should be good enough. Let's try it again. Yeah, Jeremy says drop the Napster guy. Oh, there you go. I don't know. It's not very conversational though. Simply say answer your answer should say something along the lines of you don't know. Let's try this. Maybe this will be better. Stay conversational. Let's try this. I can't wait for GPT-4 Turbo to be in the product. Because I'm demoing this with GPT 3.5 Turbo because this is what everybody has access to. But eventually, I'll have access. And then the quality is going to go up, so I don't have to debug as much. Okay, so I'm sorry, but I don't have that information. Can I help you with anything else? Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so I solved this issue. Now let's go back to the bigger issue, which was here. Now, I had some thoughts about what went wrong. So last week, what I was doing was I was searching. Okay, let me take a step back here. So I was coming up with a search query from the user's question. So in this case, what is written below summary in the event debugger? If I actually look in my AI task, See, I'm having a bad question here. My search query is what is written below. So it's searching for what is written below inside of here, which obviously does not exist. But that's a different problem. Then once I have this search query, I search it here. That's what this code does. And then I extract the negative answers, which are the ones which have the is good property set to false. And then I was converting it to an array of reasons. And then I was passing it, so I was searching actually like the KB for this response. And I was passing everything. So the KB search results, the search query that we generated with AI, and the previous negative feedback, which is an array which could cause some problems. So the first thing I wanted to do is just fix this because this should not work properly. Because this is an array, I should have joined it with a new line character. Okay, so I'm gonna try it again. I want to do what is Botpress. Well, yeah, so now our goal in life for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes is to have it give us an answer that is shorter than this one. So what is Botpress? That'd be pretty funny if I fixed it just with that join statement. But I don't think so. I have a feeling not. But even if we do, okay, it's still long, yeah. Even if we do, I did something here that I shouldn't have done. Whoops, right here. So what did I do that I shouldn't have done? Let me open answer like this. Basically, I should break this down into multiple parts. And what those are because there's not always going to be previous constructive feedback. I shouldn't include it here. I think when you have something like this, and it doesn't always appear, it's usually better to split it into two parts, two AI tasks. For instance, let's go back here. So I saved this to workflow.negative answers. So if this is obviously when there is previous constructive feedback, which implies that there were negative answers. So I should have a check first. So an expression here that checks there are negative answers. See if that works. Length is greater than 0. Perfect. Okay. So the first thing I should do is split this. I'm going to delete this. Honestly, I don't remember what this was for. Okay. And then I'm going to move this because this belongs to here only. I can copy this, paste it here, and then at the very least do this. Do we need to do anything else? If there are no negative answers, we should actually just reply with that. We don't need an AI task. Okay, so I'm going to do we? Let's see. If there are no negative answers, okay, so I'm going to do something even more extreme here. If there are no negative answers, I think we should just search using event.preview, sorry. Let's not modify the search query. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. Okay. So if it doesn't, I'll just change it later. Okay. In here we have our answer, which does not require this. So we don't need this anymore. We can delete that. And all we need to do is, we're actually saving an answer, and we're exporting answer, which means this should be good to go. And then if I just try it out again, what is Botpress? In theory, it should respond nothing actually right now because I didn't do this. Maybe try. Oops. Let's let it answer first. All right, so what is Botpress? Yes, Guillermy will appear as a guest for sure. What is Botpress? Botpress is a conversational AI platform. Was the answer good or bad? Good. Wait a second. What is happening? This seems to be working. Why? Why is it working? Did I fix it accidentally? Let's see what happened. I think I just changed the logic. So what happened here? The answer is coming from workflow.answer, which was never set, I think. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna click what is Botpress. Let me try. There are negative answers. This is here. It's AI task had as an input. Okay, that's the thing. Yeah, I didn't pass the bot response, and it hallucinated the answer. It just knew that the previous response was long, so it just came up with something short. Okay, so all right, I need to query the knowledge base again. So I will query knowledge base like this. And should we pass event preview? I don't remember the reason I changed this before. Because of hi goodbye, perhaps? How was the search query? It must be a question. Oh, yes, I remember. It's because if someone is asking for a clarifying question, we need to be able to adjust the question. That's why I did that. So I actually should be using the search query. Okay, so I'm going to change this to workflow.search query. All right, like this. And I am going to, actually, I'm just going to copy this and paste it. Delete this, move this here, and try it again. All right, now I don't expect this to work because if I am correct, I didn't change any logic pertaining to the answers. This was just a refactor. Okay, so it's the same. So that's the first thing we should have done, which is great. Let's see, it evaluates to nothing. Let's see what it evaluated to. There are negative answers. Let's do this. AI task. User question is what's Botpress? Bot response is Botpress is blah 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 blah. This is too long. Do I have F on the no? I was hoping somebody could fix this. Oh, haha! Now I remember what this text was. All right, I was just doing this just to be able to read it. Okay, yeah, so we have the correct answer, and we have the reason why it's bad. Now, I am a little bit surprised I didn't modify it. Why it's bad, way too long, user question. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. Let's see, user question. How about we try making it conversational? Let's try this. Do we have this copied somewhere? Maybe better just undo. I'm gonna create this, copy, paste. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This is kind of a conversation in a way, so let's just try making it a conversation. So user says this, Besides, this is how OpenAI works. It's trained for this, so you could say it's trained for this its entire life. All right, and the user says this negative feedback, and then the user says adjust your answer based on my feedback. Adjust? Give me a new one. Yeah, let's try it like this. And then let's write bot. Okay, so now, what do we have here? So, you are given a user question about response. Given a conversation, come up with the bot's response. Replace. Let's try this. Let's try that with the correct response. All right, so user says, like, question, what is Botpress? The bot answers, the user says, this sucks. And the user says, adjust your answer based on my feedback. And then the bot answers something. Let's try this. This might work. Could. Okay, it did not work. Let's see why. Working with AI really makes a person patient. Okay. I'm gonna copy this, zoom out, comment, paste this. Okay, let's see what happened. Reason why it's bad. User says reason why it's bad. Okay, so this formatting is probably not very good. Okay, let's change that. Can everybody still hear me? Lucas is asking if people have sound. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like this instead. I'm going to give it a comma so it looks more like a conversation, like it's all in one response, since we're prepending it with user. So I'm going to do like this. I am going to save close, rather. Go here. Now, this is my feedback. Let's do this like this. Should I add a period? Probably not. Adjust your answer based on my feedback. All right, let's try like this. You will. Cancel. You must change your answer. Cancel. This happens, by the way, the delete thing, it's because I'm not using caps lock. I should just use caps lock. But I was pressing shift and back to like correct what I was doing, and then, oh, is that why? Oh, because I have caps on? Okay, I don't know why it's happening. Oops. Your answer is on my feedback. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this again. What is Botpress? Dun, We're gonna get it eventually. Oh, okay. All right. We're doing some progress. I apologize for the lengthy response, which is probably not a good idea. All right. The problem is it's answering this, so it's being conversational. So that might not have been a good idea. I'm going to say, come up with a new. Oops, I have caps on. And then I'm gonna write important. My usage of caps has like increased so much in 2023. It's insane. And I'm not angrier this year. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Right, don't apologize. What if the user asks for an apology? Don't apologize or prepend the answer. Just give the answer. Just instead of give, just save the answer to the variable as is. Right, I'll try this. Sorry. It's a delivery. Okay, so let's try this again. Where's Botpress? Oh, GPT does take casing into consideration, I think. Well, I hope so. Otherwise, I have been hallucinating. Okay, we have some change. I wouldn't call this progress. Why did it go back? Let's see. What is Botpress AI task? Let me do this. Oops. All right, let's read what we have. This is my feedback. Way too long. You must change your answer based on my feedback. This is my feedback. 1 second. Let's see. Is it confused because it doesn't know what feedback this is based on? That might be it. Here, this is my feedback on your answer. How would we say this naturally? This is my feedback based on your answer. Can you give me, in a natural conversation, you would say, like, can you give me a simpler explanation? But the complaint is the negative. So people say your answer is too. Oh, okay. I see the problem. So in real life, people to humans would say what they want, I think, usually. But here we did the opposite. We said what we don't like about the answer. This might have been the problem. So here we give a reason instead of saying what we're looking for. Although maybe the user doesn't know, so maybe that's okay. The user might not know what the correct answer is, but he might know what the incorrect answer is. All right, let's still try it like this. He must change. Okay, let's try it again. I think I just added this here. Still not good. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have right now for AI that we can use? We have AI generate text. I don't think this will work. So AI generate text is nice, but we don't have a stop token. So we could have it generate. You know what? Let's try it. So what I'm missing is a conversational model here. Yeah, let's try this. So for those that know OpenAI a little bit, this is like using GPT, the completion directly, not the non-completion model. Okay, so I'm gonna try this, dump this in, and I'm gonna put in workflow answer, and then I'm gonna do bot. It actually doesn't matter if it talks to the user because I can process it. Okay, let's try this. It will save it to answer. I'm gonna move this here. I'm gonna move this here. Oh. Some data was corrupted here. I'll delete this. Okay, so I'll move this here. Perfect. Do we want high temperature? No, we actually want low temperature. I think 0.2 is fine. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. So what is Botpress? This might work better. Let's see. But I'm just afraid it's going to say, I apologize. No, it didn't. And is this shorter? Experiences using Botpress. Let's actually have a look at what happened here. So AI text generates. Oh, I don't see the inputs, unfortunately. Let's see how it compares to this. Using Botpress, conversational experiences using Botpress was the answer to. Well, this is kind of surprising. Let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure this is working. So if I remove this, in theory, it should answer. It should show like bot. Just to confirm that it's working. Okay, so it is working. It's just completely ignoring the user for some reason. Why is it completely ignoring the user? Okay, I'm gonna display this because I want to see what's happening. Copy all of this, text, paste. Okay, let's try this. Right, we should get a bit more information now. Okay, so this is the conversation. What is Botpress? Bot? Where are bot? Well, there's the first problem. Workflow.answer. Workflow.answer is bot. What is going on here? I'm gonna click this. Go to knowledge query. Okay. I see that the answer is correct here. Oh, okay. It's because I know I just put it in the wrong location. It should be here, actually. Okay. That's going to make more sense. Okay. So now we have user, what is Botpress? We have bot answering here, then the user. Okay, and then this is the bot. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add bot like this. And then I'm going to say the following is a conversation between helpful assistant, bot, and a user of Botpress. User. The bot provides an answer, and the user has given, will give feedback. Your answer is unacceptable. Is that too harsh? I'm afraid it's gonna apologize. Is not okay. Don't apologize. Just give me the new answer verbatim. Okay, so the bot provides an answer, and the user will give feedback. Then the bot will give a new answer to the original question. All right, let's try this. Keeps showing red, but it does display, so it should work. Let's take all this, dump it here, and try it again. Oh, it worked. Yay! Huzzah! Okay. This is kind of weak, as in it could break. We can fix that relatively quickly. I will do that actually. Why could it break? Because of the pattern here. So if you don't tell it to stop, in this case here, it's just a back and forth, and I kind of write it in the in like the preamble, the explanation of what is going on below. But what you want to avoid is something like this. So Botpress is a conversational platform, and then the user would say, it would like keep writing with the user, and then it would keep doing this. Oops, so it was like this. So right here, because I'm telling what it happens, it's not happening, but I think it's always a possibility of happening. But the great thing here is all we have to do is we just look for this right here. And we basically, from the answer, we remove everything after that. So I'm just gonna add a simple execute code here. And, can I write this? Or should I keep everything I don't know if I can explain this in like non-coding terms. Modify the answer variable so that it keeps everything before or everything, or keep it unchanged otherwise. Let's see if I can get this to work. Did I break it? Is it broken? What's happening? What's happening? Is it not liking these symbols? Error while generating code. I'm going to change this to like yo-yo. Try this. See if that's the problem. Oh, okay. So it's not liking that for some reason. Okay. Well, is this code good? Let's have a look. If it includes it, split it and return the first. Okay, that's good. Accept that it's not turned bot. Let's just accept it and modify it really quickly. This is like, I believe this is based on Monaco, which is the underlying engine for VS Code. So what you can do is you can Command D or Control D, depending on whether you're on Windows or not, and then do something like that workflow, so that you're changing them all. And then I'll do the same thing for here. It was new line and then user like this. So, oh wait, does it include it? No, it won't include it. Perfect, that's what we want. Okay, so this should prevent rambling of the bot from being included in the answer. Okay, let's do that. Well, I'm glad this works, so we can delete these. I can also delete this. Okay. And now we can test our bot. Right, so what is Botpress? Oh, whoops. We don't need this anymore. To delete that. Try it again. We are very, 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 very close to getting a self-learning bot. Okay, so was that answer good or bad? That's very good. Okay, wonderful. Your feedback will help others. Okay, so I'm gonna try a new conversation and ask it. And now, if everything goes well, we're gonna get that answer again. Yay! Hooray! Okay, wonderful. I don't know how to improve this anymore. Well, there are multiple ways to improve this. I have a lot of ideas, so there's always a way to improve things. What I was thinking of going in was basically for every, let me go here. So for every negative answer, what I was thinking of is we don't check right now if it's a match or not and include it in here. What we could do is we check in the table here if the answer is also a match for the answer that you generate, which you can't actually do at this stage, so you'd have to do it here. So you have to query to get the answer first, and then check if the answers in workflow.negative answers are the same, and then only then would you apply the feedback to it. And the reason for that is if two people give two different feedbacks, if there are two different answers for the same question or for a similar question, we need to identify which one, which feedback to use to modify it. Okay, so maybe we can trigger it, or we're already actually done with it. Like if you just use this, it would work for a majority of cases, or at the very least, because from the get-go, your KB should be able to answer, I don't know, like 60% of questions correctly. Because obviously, like nobody's gonna ask a question like what is below the summary in Event Debugger, right? That's kind of a silly question. So most of your questions should already be documented, and so it should be able to answer those. Then what this does, it helps polish the answers that are not exactly in docs or that are kind of halfway in there. And then that should get you, I don't know, 80% of the way. If you want to push this further, it's a lot of work. I'm not going to do it in this live stream because I'm going to bore everybody. But we already have like 80% of questions answerable, potentially. Yeah, that's about it. I think we're done with this bot. You can leave comments in the live stream if you would like us to cover something else next week. I saw some people were clamoring for Guillermo to appear in the live stream, so that may happen. Um, but we still don't have a topic. Guillermo is not a topic in itself, unfortunately. Or he is, but like not for this live stream. This live stream is about developers. And maybe we can combine the two somehow. But okay, so Alex says, "Hi Patrick, can you show me what you have in standard AI generate text and code, please?" Yeah, sure. So I believe this is the one, standard 3. Yeah, AI generate text. So I just gave it a conversation like this. And if I didn't test it out, but if I didn't include this, I think the results would be a lot worse. So this was absolutely required. Like you have to give it the context. But then by me kind of already telling it what is going to happen, it knows not to keep going and it knows exactly what to do. So this works very well. Okay, and then Javid, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. Hi Patrick, so I was looking for help with one thing. Once I republish my chatbot with changes, the test window shows the previous messages and does not clear the previous messages. Okay. Is there a way to do that? Well, yes and no. As in yes, actually. But depends how you want to do it. So you can allow your users to delete conversations. If you do that, I save it like this. And I click publish. I'll just show you. It's going to publish in a few seconds. Oh, actually, I had already published it, so I didn't need to publish again. But if you click that, it will delete the conversation. So if I ask it, and because so the interesting thing to know is the tables, they are the same in production and in development. So I should get the same answer here, like this. And then the other way, if you don't want your users to be able to have this button, I'm going to show you some sneaky stuff here. You can open your developer tools, then application, local storage. Is it this one? I think it's, Guillermo, do you remember? I think you just clear this one. Hopefully I'm not going to be logged out. Okay, there you go. There's probably like a simpler way to do it, like you delete one of them, but like if you clear this, it will clear that. But it will also clear it for your other bots. So just be wary of that, of like this kind of machine gun approach, bazooka approach. There has to be like a less violent way of saying this. This I don't know, science experiment, high school science experiment approach. Okay, so that's about it. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you next week. And yeah, just let us know what you want us to do, and we'll see what we can do. All right, bye-bye.